Hi, I'm Sydney, and I am a servant of the Almighty God. I want to spend a little time talking about the immediate benefits that accrue to each and every one of us when we recognize that we exist in the presence of the living God, and that all that we observe around us are manifestations of His omnipotence. The greatest benefit that we can recognize immediately is that our Creator, this Supreme Being, cares about us, loves us. Think about it. We human beings, yes, we are gregarious. We need people around us. We love. One of the greatest pleasures in this life is spending time with friends. Not people who are just around us to compare, your material things that you own to what they have, but people who, when you spend time with them, the most important thing is your happiness, who love to smile and they feel good when you feel good. Well, think about when we all recognize that our Creator loves us. We have the greatest confidence you can ever have, because here is our Creator, the most powerful, more powerful than anybody you've ever read or think you know, known or think you know. This is the Creator of all that there is. Designed the weather, designed echolocation, the metamorphosis of butterflies, gives all these, provides so that these animals can all live harmoniously in nature. Who designed, the circle of life. When we recognize that our Creator can be our best confidant, because really, He sees all, He knows all, and yet He loves us. Having a confidant where we can always lean on, when we are down, when we feel that nothing is going the way we would like it to, when we feel that the world is against us, we know that we have someone always has our back, someone greater than anyone who can oppose us, someone who loves us unconditionally, regardless of what we have done ourselves, whatever sins, whatever weaknesses we have. This is someone who loves us, who cares for us, who provides for us, who gives us the tools and puts the resources in our reach. We just need to do the work. Think about that. All our anxieties, we can, in our moments of weakness, we can take that walk by ourselves and speak and cry and beg for forgiveness for our weaknesses and pledge to continue with the strength that we ask. So we ask for strength and we pledge to move on, keep going on, regardless of what anyone else. If you are there alone, you can. Each one of us can reach out in our moments of loneliness when we may feel that the world is against us. We can reach out to our Creator and know that He is there and He loves us. We can sleep better. We don't need a special mattress. We don't need a special location. We can lay our burdens on Him. We can ask for His guidance. We can use the intuition that He has granted us so that assists in guiding us. We use our free will to make decisions and not be subject to the crowd because they are doing this, that we must also do it. We build a personal relationship and it gives us that confidence, releases us from anxieties, allows us to rest, that rejuvenating deep sleep that we need occasionally. It enables us to have these things, knowing that we are loved by the greatest, the designer, the creator of all that there is. These are the immediate benefits that accrue to all of us. Just as importantly, by building that relationship, we immunize ourselves from the demons of hate, deception, greed, lust. We are not so consumed by fears anymore, because we know in any eventuality, He is there with us. By immunizing ourselves from the demons of fear, hate, greed, lust, deception, we become more caring, more loving, because we recognize all those around us are also His creations. And yes, when they are subjected to, they allow their will to be corrupted by demons, we recognize it as a weakness. It is not a strength. We do not build relationships based on hate. We do not build relationships based on anger. Those things are destructive. We know there are psychosomatic effects on ourselves. When we feel peace, when we can sleep well, when we feel love, this is all good for us. And these are the benefits that we get from recognizing God's omnipotence around us, recognizing His omnipresence, recognizing that we can be immune from all of these negatives. We can be immune from the demons that bring deception, hate, greed, lust to us, so that it becomes consuming. And at the end of the day, we are worse off. It ends up affecting our bodies negatively. We can be immune from that when we start building a relationship. And ultimately, we become bricks in building that bridge to a better world. Because eventually, this is a universal message we will find in time, and those that come after us will also benefit from individuals, points of light all over this world, people who recognize love, understanding, caring. These are the things that will bring us to a better world, but we start with ourselves. It's totally pointless to be requesting that others change, when in fact the only thing we can control, the key to meeting God's expectation of us, is self-control. The only thing we can control is ourselves. And so others may rave at us, others, they may be angry, they may be filled with hate, but remember, they have allowed demons of deception and hate and greed to get into them. And so eventually they may be so in tune with those demons that they cannot control themselves anymore. But none of us can control that. That's an individual choice. They can, just like us, everyone has the capability to receive redemption. Everyone has that ability to communicate, to build that relationship with our Creator. And so we must focus on ourselves, us as individuals. And by growing that God-given intuition, we can feel, we can see, we can sense things. That gives us that guidance. That becomes part of our guidance, that we can feel this is the time to do something. And so we build confidence as we move forward. And again, as I often pray, I pray for forgiveness, I pray for strength, so that I can do the work. Because I know He has prepared a path. I know that He has placed all these things here. The ability for me to put this message out here, He has prepared all of this, granting the knowledge of silicon and electricity and all these things. Okay, so these are the benefits that accrue to each and every one of us the peace of mind, the sense of caring, of love, of respect for others, because they are all part of the manifestations of His omnipotence. So I hope that this has imparted to you a recognition of all the good that comes to us when we recognize we live in the presence of the omnipresent God, and that everything around us are manifestation of His omnipotence. The picture to my right, to my left here, this is my latest book, which encompasses a lot of this and a lot more. And these are some of the additional guiding principles beside the commandments that are guiding tenets from my life. So again, I wanted to touch on the benefits that we as individuals accrue when we recognize the omnipresent, omnipotent God. Love, learning to love, feeling, having that confidence, having that someone that cares about us, who knows everything. We cannot lie to our Creator. He knows all, He sees all, but He loves us unconditionally. When the world may seem to turn its back on us, we know we are still loved and He cares for us. We learn to respect and care for all of His creations. It gives us peace of mind, and we get the benefits of that. We rest, we travel, whatever we do, we feel, and in time we will be able to build relationships with others just who also recognize. These are the benefits that we will accrue to all of us. I want to thank you once again for taking the time to view this, and I always want to remind you that this is not a coincidence that you encountered this. Decisions you've made in the past has led you down this path, and so it's now on you to recognize and use this information so that we can go forward, being part of building the bridge to a better world. Thank you again for taking the time, and as usual, may God bless.